and Luigi in it. Anyways, hello and welcome to another Inverted Access stream and video. Tonight we're taking a look at Tachyon Project. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but who knows. Comes out today on PlayStation 4. I believe it's already on Xbox One. I'm not sure on PC availability. It is, I believe, $10. And yeah, let's take a look at it. Let's start with like the 4th level. So there's a lot of different like weapon upgrades, perks, and then there's also secondary weapons that you can use. It's just a twin stick shooter. Kind of a Geometry Wars vibe. I'm always professional, so-called. I'm a born professional. So right there, I just used one of my secondary upgrades, or secondary weapons. The freeze one. There's another one called Explosion, which just destroys enemies. All that sort of fun stuff. I like freeze because it like gives me a second to breathe and get into a better position, and then I like explode because it kills a lot of enemies. I'll show off a couple other weapons as well, and power-ups. There's a lot of different enemies in this game. It's one of the best parts of this game is the enemy variety. It's a lot deeper than Geometry Wars is. Like this guy has a shield on the front, so you have to attack him from behind. That guy spawns new enemies. The snake's kind of There's a lot of like pretty clever, cool enemies. I should make my voice louder. I can't really do that. I can turn down the in-game music, but I don't know if I can make my voice louder. I guess I could turn up my mic. I'll talk louder for now. But I'll probably just turn down the in-game music. I'm not quite a stickler for in-game music the way some streamers are. I'd much rather be able to hear the actual streamer. Thanks, so-called. I'll turn it down. I guess I can just exit this level. Anyway. Thank you for letting me know. We'll try to just set it about 30% and see if that does anything. So I'm not a huge fan of some of the later weapons. The laser's okay. I'll just switch over to the standard one. But I do like the shield. I'll show off a shield as well. There's also perks, quite a few, like extra damage, increased ship speed, all that fun stuff. I like the ricocheting bullets too. They make the screen a lot more active though. Let's go with this loadout. What would I do without ya? One thing that's a bit of a drawback on the game is You can see the like arena's shape is exactly like the last one. It's just like a pretty large rectangle. That's something where Geometry Wars 3 is much better with like kind of like unique arenas, or whatever you want to call them, worlds, level designs. But yeah, all the levels in this game are just kind of the same shape. So it's more like what Geometry Wars 1 and 2 was. Destroyed right now. I don't like this. I like the machine gun one I was using. Hopefully you can hear me a little better. You can see there's a little combo counter up in the top right corner that is the best way to, you know, get a high score. Plays very similar to Geometry Wars. God, it's still overpowering my voice? I guess I should just listen for myself. God, it's still... Whoops. Okay, cool, let's drop it some more, I guess. Try level 5 again. I'm gonna use the machine gun this time though. Hey Zim. Yep, I'm surviving. I don't know if CAG was up and down all day. I haven't been on CAG all day. I tried to get on for the first time around 5 p.m. and it was down. So I don't know if it's been up and down all day or what. Kind of a funny situation. Hopefully you can hear me now. Hey, Lightspeed. Ah, fuck. That was smooth. Seriously, Lightspeed. Do you have this game? Did you pick it up? Because that's funny. Oh, did you win it on a stream maybe? I'm trying to think. No, because Paul hasn't given it away. Yeah, that's the one trophy I don't... Fuck! That's the one trophy I don't have, Lightspeed. I was thinking that exact thing the first time I was playing. Well, my first run through of the game. I thought all the trophies would be easy, but yeah, I'm not even close to 300,000 on the first level. One of the more frustrating issues in the game, and probably my biggest criticism of the game, which it's a good game. It's a good game. I do like it quite a bit. It's not perfect. It's not a Geometry Wars killer or anything like that. My biggest critique is that like enemies can spawn in, like there's no lead time for enemies spawning in. Like the game doesn't really tell you where the enemy's gonna spawn. He just kind of spawns there and then he immediately can hurt you. So as you're like running away, if the enemy decides to spawn where you are, you take damage no matter what. And that's the issue with level 3 is I constantly get spawned on. That sounds really weird, but I do get... They just spawn right on top of me, which kills my multiplier in that final wave. How do you beat the boss in level 4? I don't remember him being that hard. I can play level 4 next if you want me to. Let me know what the developer says. I tried to get to level 3 in Story Mode Plus and I was having some issues. The actual, like, when you take damage in Story Mode Plus, you lose a lot of time. That's one interesting thing about this game. You don't actually have a power meter. Everything is just based on the time meter that's on the top of the screen, where it's at 97 now, meaning I'm at really high. I'm a really high time meter. But as you take damage, you just lose time, and then when your time hits 0, that's when you actually die and fail the level. So you don't actually have a power meter, which I thought was kind of cool. Shit. See, I mean... Part of that was my fault, but they still definitely just spawned and cornered me right there. I didn't see either of those enemies. Oh my god. If I die, I'll go play level 4. I've never seen the old X-Files, so I don't think I'll watch the new episodes. I hope it's good for other people and for when I ever do watch X-Files. Hopefully I'll watch it at some point. I'm hoping a few people on CAG in the Peace Not thread got the notification and will come hang out here, just because it's been basically inaccessible all day, well, on and off all day. But like I said, I mean, I haven't been in the thread once. I did look at the PlayStation Store update. There's a lot of good games coming out, but the sales were pretty lackluster, I thought. But I think there's some pretty good digital games. Attractio is another. I don't like the name at all, but Attractio is another game coming out this week that looks like it could be fun. Yeah, I noticed that so-called. Apparently I didn't pimp my stream hard enough in that channel. I'll survive somehow. So each level has 6 waves. That's what the little dots in the top left corner symbolize. Right now I'm on wave 4. The waves have a few different types of objectives. Some are like kill so many enemies, some are like kill so many of a certain type of enemy, and then some are survive a certain amount of time. Those are the 3 main objectives, basically. I think there might be a couple other styles, but they don't pop up that often. You're probably the only person in the world that's played Dogchild. How is Dogchild Lightspeed? I mean, I know of its existence, but that's about it. Yeah, there's checkpoints in between waves, which is really generous. It screws up your score really bad, so if you're going for high scores, you can't die. But if you're just trying to beat the game, it is really nice. It's not nearly as difficult as Geometry Wars. Some of the bosses on Geometry Wars were a huge pain in the ass. Yeah, I figured as much. Light speed. Oh, these guys are so annoying. Just because I have to do 10 waves of killing those guys, but... like... yeah, they don't pop up regularly. Wow, it's windy here all of a sudden. I wonder if we have a storm blowing in. I just heard my whole house creak because of the wind. It's not the easiest game in the world to stream, just because I do kind of have to look at the screen. If I look away without having it paused, I can definitely run into enemies. I mean, even when I'm looking at the screen, I run into enemies a lot. It's more forgiving too. Like, I mean, I think Geometry Wars, there's a whole lot of levels where you do only get one life, and you have to hit a certain score threshold, so that can be tough. One more and then I'll be on the final wave. There we go. Hey Guardian now. Yeah, I mean, it's not the only reason I'm streaming, but it's kind of, I just wanted to see if anyone showed up. Hey George. George was ready for a party. That's awesome, Monkey. You're gonna be so awesome with that Hardware Rivals Platinum. You and your terrible Platinum games. What type of game is it? Will you explain it a little bit, Lightspeed? Like, I couldn't... when I googled it, because it's like a mobile game that's been ported to consoles, so I couldn't tell. There's like, it looks like there's different types. Like, is it just like a third-person adventure game, or is it something else? I haven't deleted Hardware Rivals yet, but I also haven't booted it up in quite a while. I did review it. Maybe Moobot will show up and tell me and tell us the link for the inverted access reviews. Hardware Rivals is not that bad. I just can't imagine going for the platinum on it. It's not even that grindy. It's just not fun anymore after a while, I don't think. Monkey probably disagrees. The music in the game is actually pretty good. I don't know if you can hear it all that much because I have it turned down. I'm not gonna bother beating it. It looks weird. I'm gonna go back and do level 4. Actually beat a level here. Hopefully. This game is called Tachyon Project, but if you're talking about the game Lightspeed's talking about, that's called Dog Child. Then Monkey's talking about Hardware Rivals, so we're actually talking about a lot of games here. Dog Child, I think, came out last week on PS4. One of those really small indie games that, like, I mean, We didn't request it for our site because, like I said, I couldn't really tell what type of game it even was. It just kind of looks weird. I'm wondering, did you buy it Lightspeed or did you like win it on Twitter or something? Just curious. I mean, it'd be an interesting game to buy. I'm sure it probably didn't sell very well. I mean, most people probably do not know it exists on the PlayStation Store. Well, I do kind of look weird, but I don't charge $10 for myself either, so there's less of a debate of whether or not you have to buy me. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that works. PlayStation makes it so easy to, use PS or a European, create a European account and stuff, so that's no big deal. Oh, I see Lightspeed. That's cool. You probably have the only YouTube videos of it too. I mean, I'm assuming you host your videos on YouTube. Most people do. I know there's a few people out there that have quite a disdain for YouTube, but most people think it's awesome. I've never understood, like, I don't know. To be fair, the person who I know that doesn't really like YouTube is he has a lot of weird opinions, so it's not like him not liking YouTube isn't not status quo. What's your YouTube channel? Is it just Lightspeed Halo? Oh, we did get a copy of Klaus to review. I guess I could stream that later if I feel like streaming that long. Klaus is like a puzzle platformer, I think. Came out today. Fuck. Hey, Cage. Man, way too much red going on in the chat right now for me. Man, I look at the chat. I have to stop looking at the chat unless it's paused. I keep running into the stupid spawn enemies. Lightspeed, don't you think like enemies spawn unfairly? Like you get hit by enemies that just spawned in way too much. There we go. Shit. Look at Zim. I'm looking at Zim. What am I supposed to be looking at? Oh, trying to distract me. So Monkey's an adult, so he just spent a bunch of money on Lego Dimensions toys. So yeah, you go with that. Is the chat screen on the same screen as what I'm playing? No, Cage. That's an option when you stream on PlayStation 4. You can keep it on or you can shut it off. Fuck. I shut mine off because I don't like how much real estate it takes up on the screen, on the gaming screen. So I just have my laptop right next to me. And so I read my chat using my laptop and then I play the game on the full screen. what it also does, and I'm not sure if it was so-called or Brian or someone telling me, like, if you can watch your own stream in a browser, it automatically boosts you to like 1 viewer from 0, and there's like a lot of people out there that regularly have 0 viewers. So when you like search for a game, it lists them by how many viewers they have, so even having 1 boosts you above all the people that have 0, and it helps like just get a few more random people in the stream. So I've bought 7 computers, and I always run my stream on 7 different computers in my house under 7 different accounts so that I can boost viewers, because I'm a viewer whore like that. Hey, crazy. I'm not even sure what this objective is, but it's sure taking a while. I was hoping a lot of you CAG guys would find this stream, so I'm glad that everyone made it over here. Okay, let's go up here. I've heard Hotshot's Invitational is very difficult, Guardian. Yeah, you lose multipliers all the time from enemy spawns, it's annoying. No, having the chat on the stream shouldn't slow down the quality at all. I definitely recommend doing like a speed test and see where your speeds are, Cage, because to me it seemed like you just didn't have the right speeds to be able to stream. Yeah, sometimes when you click on more colors, George, it like freezes the chat and stuff. It's really annoying. Why do you want that adapter light speed? Man, you guys are putting those Lego guys through college, monkeys especially, but you're putting their kids through college. Clearly they've already been through college because they have advanced marketing abilities to sucker you guys out of your money. No, I'm just kidding. I buy the dumbest shit ever, so I can't judge anyone. Whoops. The controls in the game work really well. It's a really simple twin-stick shooter. You know, it's not like it's complex or anything, but it works well. There's one really bizarre thing I'll talk about here in a second. Yeah, exactly, light speed. No, Castlevania Collection is only the first Castlevania in the DLC, George, I think. It's definitely not the second game, but you do get the DLC, so it's a good deal. Oh, this boss light speed? What you need to do is make sure to have at least 1 freeze bomb, if not 2. Ah, fuck. Not like that, though. But you have a freeze bomb, and then like you just freeze him when there's actually an opening, and it's not too bad at all. like that, see? And you just let it recharge. Try and get to where the next opening's kind of gonna be. I screwed that up, but let's fire in there and then move on. And he's done. Hopefully you're paying attention to Lightspeed if this is where you were really stuck.